The Red Bull Arena will be one of the 10 venues hosting matches at UEFA EURO 2024, operating under the name Leipzig Stadium during the tournament with a listed capacity of 40,000. This is a modern stadium that sits within the Leipziger Sportforum, a short while west of central Leipzig and on the eastern bank of the Elsterbecken. Prior to gaining its current sponsorship name in 2010, the stadium had a traditional name, Zentralstadion. It's a reference to the original Zentralstadion, a giant bowl built back in the 1950s using debris from bombed areas of Leipzig and inspired by plans for Berlin's Olympiastadion. The Zentralstadion was constructed between March 1955 and August 1956, creating a venue that was hoped to one day be used for an Olympic Games within the then East German city of Leipzig. At its peak, the Zentralstadion's capacity was 120,000, with 5 and 6 figure crowds commonplace across its several decades of life. It was a regular home for East German events, playing host to local Leipzig football clubs and serving as the regular home stadium for the East Germany national team. Germany DR, as they were recognised by FIFA, played their first game here in May 1957 and their last here in May 1989. By the 1990s, Germany had reunified and the giant Zentralstadion had fallen into disuse with very high maintenance costs. It became advisable for Leipzig to build a smaller, modern football-specific stadium for their main local clubs. Germany's winning bid for the 2006 FIFA World Cup further prompted the creation of this stadium so that Leipzig could become a host city. The original Zentralstadion closed in 2000 and was partly demolished. All of the many seats, fences and floodlights were removed, but the foundations of the giant bowl remained in place. It is within this bowl that the modern Red Bull Arena sits. The new Zentralstadion was built between December 2000 and March 2004, ready for opening by July 2004 when a minor international tournament took place. Germany played their first game here against Cameroon in November 2004 in what is considered the stadium's official opening. The following year, the new Zentralstadion got its first tournament experience, hosting 3 games at the 2005 FIFA Confederations Cup. The matches included 2 group stage games and the third place playoff where Germany beat Mexico 4-3 after extra time. A year later, the Zentralstadion hosted 5 games at the 2006 FIFA World Cup, 4 group stage matches, and Argentina's 2-1 extra time victory over Mexico in the round of 16. At the time, at a domestic level, the Zentralstadion was being used by FC Sachsen Leipzig, a local lower league side. The lack of a professional tenant at the large stadium was causing notable impact to stadium revenue. This all changed in the late 2000s when the Austrian energy drink company Red Bull purchased the license of lower league team SSV Markenstedt. The purchase saw the club go through a complete rebrand into Rasenballsport Leipzig, operating from then on with a new name, crest, kit and staff. Red Bull's decision to search within the Leipzig area came with understanding that the modern Zentralstadion would be a perfect place to move into and match their long-term ambitions for the team. RB Leipzig moved in ahead of their 2010-11 season, with the Zentralstadion taking the sponsored name Red Bull Arena as part of the agreement to see RB Leipzig become its primary tenants. That sponsorship deal is set to last until at least 2040. RB Leipzig would play their first game at the Red Bull Arena on the 24th of July 2010, a friendly against SC Schalke 04 that had more than 21,000 in attendance. Backed by finances and ambition, RB Leipzig quickly rose up the pyramid. Having begun life in Germany's 5th tier in 2009, the team reached the Bundesliga in 2016, a division that they have remained in ever since. Notable renovation work has taken place at the Red Bull Arena since the mid-2010s, enlarging the stadium's VIP and press areas but reducing overall capacity slightly. That total capacity has grown back up above the original number since renovation work started in 2021, sitting now at 47,069 at its maximum. Sitting within a large bowl, the Red Bull Arena is recognisable for its numerous bridges that allow fans to access the stadium from the outer promenade. Plenty of historic buildings and key features of the Leipziger Sportforum have been retained since the demolition of the original Zentralstadion, including tennis courts, an athletics venue to the north, and the festival ground immediately south. 2 grandstands and 2 curved long stands make up the Red Bull Arena's shape, with arch trusses in place to prevent the need for roof-supporting pillars within the main interior. The stadium's 2-tiered interior originally had a blue wave-like pattern for its seating, but the expansion and renovation in the 2020s has seen this converted into a dominant red colour. Unlike other major German stadiums, the main stand sits to the east of this stadium instead of the west, with standing room present in the single-level south stand and rail seating forming the base of the designated away section in the northwest corner. This standing room is converted into seating for international matches, reducing overall capacity by around 4,500. 2024 will see the Red Bull Arena host its third major international football tournament. In total, the stadium will host 4 games. Portugal v Czechia in Group F on Tuesday the 18th of June, Netherlands v France in Group D on Friday the 21st of June, Croatia v Italy in Group B on Monday the 24th of June, and D1 v F2 in the round of 16 on Tuesday the 2nd of July. Will you be attending any of the Euro 2024 games at the Red Bull Arena? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the Matchday Man for more stadium profiles like this one. I'll see you then.